Oh, excuse me, I forgot, because it's been a long time, but that's when I met Clifton Davis. Anybody that has ever seen Clifton knows he's still fine, all right? So I'll tell you what that was like. Woo! I can't snap my fingers, but if I could, I would.
Welcome back to part 3 of our interview with the marvelous Melba Moore, as we're on the road with the Foxworth theory. I am Eugenia Foxworth. You mentioned Imagine. Why is the message of Imagine so important in today's time?
Because what you think is what you're imagining. Whenever you think a thing, you probably are putting a scenario to it, or maybe it's being given to you. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be either negative or positive. What I believe is that it's either coming from below or above. Mm-hmm. And you have to choose. So the song, which is the title song of the album, says, a place of hope, a place of peace. Imagine if every street was filled with love. No more hate. We'd all be free. Imagine. Yeah, that's basically it. But as I listened to the entire album, I said, oh, wait a minute. They all seem natural to me and everything, but they all kind of had that feeling. So it's like a feeling of a breath of heaven kind of breathed into it. And I can say that now because I wasn't thinking about me. I wasn't thinking about if it's going to be a hit on the radio. I mean, that's kind of natural, mm-hmm. But it all hung together. Like it just got a nice feeling. It feels kind of summery, and I'm a born-again Christian, so it was very, very important to me to have some songs on there that spoke directly to God and didn't cover it up. Didn't, because I'm not a preacher, so if I'm on your platform and that's not your subject, I won't speak about that, but I will be it because I can't help it. And I guess that's what I'm passing to people too. Whatever it is you are, that's really all you have to pass to your community, wherever you are. So now that I see that it can make you such a success, I would say trust the message coming from upwards. And that's what the album Imagine does to me and for me, and what I'm seeing it's doing to people. I don't have to be a prophet or have a crystal ball to see. Well, in a way I do, because I would think, is my voice right, is the music right? But in scrutinizing it like that, every single song, when I hear the music, before the vocal comes in, you already like it. You already set up. So whoever would be singing it, they're going to like this album. So I said, okay, because the music sets the environment. But that's what music does. So that's why it's important what music you listen to. And so that's my message to people and to life. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think this album embodies. And I think, of course, because it's my daughter's first project, I want it to be a great success.
Now, please, what was it like to star in Purlie during the late 60s, giving the many firsts on Broadway?
What was it like?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched The Jeffersons?
Yes.
Can you imagine what it's like to be in a private space of Sherman Hemsley?
No.
Good. Well, it was hilarious. It was wonderful. It was exciting. I was scared all the time because, you know, the stage fright before you're going to go on. I was learning how to be an actress and stay in character. And but my fellow actors like Novella Nelson, I said Sherman Hemsley, Cleavon Little, Helen Martin. I think Debbie Allen was in the chorus. George Faison taught me what a Tony Award was. He made my gown for it and showed me what I had to do. Your face shows me. It was exciting.
Yes.
It was amazing. I was scared, but I was with people who were not only great actors and they had great experience, they were wonderful people. Cleavon was just wonderful, wonderful human being. That's how they were. And now, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I don't think he would mind. Sherman Hemsley was always high. So, on top of being a wonderful person, and he would do imitations going up and down the stairs in the theater of Carmen McRae, because he thought he could sing.
Oh my goodness.
That's what Purlie was like. Oh, excuse me, I forgot, because it's been a long time, but that's when I met Clifton Davis. Anybody that has ever seen Clifton knows he's still fine, all right? So I'll tell you what that was like. Woo! I can't snap my fingers, but if I could, I would. That's how it was. It was wonderful. So I fell in love. I had my first TV show. The way I met Clifton is he was in the chorus of Hello Dolly, which was then starring Pearl Bailey. So the Great White Way was starting to become a little blacker. Mm-hmm. So it was just an amazing time in theater. For me, personally, after I got the Tony Award, I was invited to do every major television show, like Flip Wilson, Ed Sullivan, Mike Douglas, Johnny Carson, every major TV show. So I instantly became an icon, really, not an icon, but what do you call it? An instant star. Everybody knew who Melba was. That really put me on the map. So that's how it was.
You were on Johnny Carson 12 times.
Oh, okay.
So multiple times you were on all those shows you mentioned.
Well, Miss Eugenia, I'm glad I didn't lie, because you knew. Huh? It was very, 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 very exciting.
Oh, I'm sure. So tell me, what is it like to work with your daughter?
Oh. Well, for one thing, she's an amazing person. And she knows me so well, as of course she should. But because our relation, this is the first time it's going to be professional, mm-hmm. But we're so bonded personally. Mm-hmm. I was the reason she got baptized, but she didn't get baptized, and she was grown. So our spiritual growth is, she knows me better spiritually, and she loves and respects that and expects me to shelter her that way. And she knows that I will calm myself down and stop being mommy and listen to that's my duty. But I learned so much about being a fellow human being because you have a child. Well, she's not a child, but I mean, because I'm a mother, that's a different kind of a love. If I was by myself, I would probably be very loving, but it's not the same. If you have, well, perhaps it's similar to if you have someone else that you care about and that you have to take care of them. It's not like just, a love affair. You have to take care of this person, and you are responsible for even their impressions. But if you claim to be a child of God, this is your responsibility. If you don't know this, and nobody knows it, you have to learn this. So now she says, well, Mom, what are we going to do with this? I said, well, I don't know. So now I'm saying, oh, okay, you'll be the executive producer because you'll head this. Then I realized, oh, this is going to be a professional environment now that we have to get to know each other in. And as we move into certain areas, and I'm saying, honey, you do these things, but they call it a producer, or they call it an executive director. If you're in a different field, that same expression means something else. She says, I never did anything. I know. But you did. And now I have to be articulate in terms of business. It can't just be spiritual. And if I don't know, I have to learn the right words and teach her what I know, but then I have to encourage her to go out and get with the real professionals so that we can have a proper team and not just us and a wonderful project that we love doing together. It has to be a successful project because it has to have all these different expertises. And that's part of our growth together. But it comes from us almost being Siamese twins.
And that's a wonderful statement, and that's a wonderful feeling, and that you can have that. And what, to change the subject, because I know you can speak about this forever, and we feel it. I feel it. So what images come to mind when you reflect on your Hollywood Walk of Fame honor?
Well, I just want to say thank you to Mark Tadario, because he got the process started, and that cost money and cost people gathering their support so that it could happen. And then, I can't name the person yet, but one gentleman came forth with $55,000 to finish. It has to be paid for. Her mouth is open. Yeah, mine too. What image comes to your mind? Okay, so there's that, and then you said the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Awards. I never thought about anything like that, of course, but what it showed me is that people are watching you, and they care, and they want you to know that your life counted. And so all I got to think about right now is, what am I going to wear?
That's going to be at Morehouse, is it not?
Thank you for the facts, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, what are you going to share?
Oh, what am I going to share?
Yeah.
You said in my speech, but I didn't write the speech yet.
You didn't? Mm-hmm. Well, then, for if, or maybe, or this is what I feel.
Well, of course, I've got to say thank you. And I have to be articulate about that because it's important. I have to figure out how to say thank you and to whom. And then I have to think about not passing out. I know I'm being funny, but it's kind of overwhelming. And you know, you can hyperventilate, you start to get teary, you see people there that you just didn't know had that kind of a meaning in your life. It's overwhelming.
And it's the Institute, Morehouse.
Oh,
Morehouse.
Oh, you want me to think and be pertinent? Okay.
No, I'm just saying it's going to be there.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
This is probably what's going to happen to me when it happens. So beforehand, I'm going to have to write it down. I'm going to have to rehearse it. Maybe you'll help me rehearse it. So I don't get overwhelmed. It's going to be at Morehouse, yes. And Atlanta is a place where so much progress was made in terms of Americans becoming first-class citizens. It's one of the hubs of education, of the ministry. Many of our movements have been headed by ministers. So I know the importance and the facts, but I know I'm not going to be able to think of it. I'm going to be overwhelmed. Maybe I'm rehearsing overwhelming. I don't know. But it's something so auspicious. That's the word.
And as you are. And I want to thank the legendary Melba Moore for joining us today. As we're on the road with the Foxworth Theory, which airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am Eugenia Foxworth. Thanks for watching. Hi, this is Eugenia Foxworth. Thank you so much for tuning into the Foxworth Theory. We are celebrating going into our 3rd season. Can you believe that? We are opening our doors to sponsorships for the Foxworth Theory. For more information, go to thefoxworththeory.com or email us at PR@thefoxworththeory.com. Thank you.